Today's video is brought to you by oldschoolgaming.net, the online resource for all your tabletop gaming needs. At oldschoolgaming.net, customers get store credit with every purchase. Great prices, fast shipping, and customer rewards. oldschoolgaming.net.
Hey guys, mtg Noob here. I decided to jump into the craziness of Triple Triple Dragon's Maze. I did one of these drafts earlier on the stream. Definitely check it out. Twitch.tv/the mtg Noob. Streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays and some other times. But, I went like Grixis and it was just weird. I think this is a pretty easy first pick. Not only is this card worth a few ticks, it's just ridiculous. So let's see if we can make Advent of the Worm a reality. Okay, here's a Beck Call. I picked up a foil one of those earlier. Armed and Dangerous is pretty decent. I think we want the Snare Squad or the Battering Krasis here. Species Gorger is nice, but I kind of want to stake two colors, if that's even possible. There's a Gruul Guild gate, but there's more playable things than that. I think you can pick up the gates later. So I think our person took a common. I don't know what common you want. There's nothing here that really populates or doubles. Maybe Krasis is better than the Snare Squad, but I think in a creature beatdown deck you want the Snare Squad. Okay, and then we see another one of these. See one of these. Red apparently looks pretty open from all these cards. Here's a Deputy of Acquittals. Interesting packs. I think everybody's still trying to figure out the format, so things are interesting. This is a 5-drop. It doesn't really do that much for me. I kind of want to take the Deputy of Acquittals, but we're gonna have pretty horrible mana. I mean, this is a double green card, so we're sort of committed to green, but I don't want to take this as a 5-drop. I mean, it's okay, but there's better cards in the pack. Did lose a game to this card before, so that's fun. I think the best card is probably the Punish the Enemy or the Deputy of Acquittals. Maybe we're getting a blue signal. I don't think this is a bad card, but in a slower format, I don't think it's as good. I'm going to take the removal spell and Punish the Enemy. Okay. Foily. Here's another Gatekeeper. I like this guy a lot, but I think I'm going to just take the Moa. I don't know how good this card is, so I'd like to play with it myself. Okay, this card's ridiculous. Ridiculous. We get another, definitely blue-white is being passed to us, I would say. I'm going to take another Punish the Enemy. We're just going to pass on the blue-white. We probably could have had 3,000 deputies. This is probably the strongest card in the pack, but I don't think we're getting away from Advent of the Worm. So we're going to just try to take cards that support that as best as we can. And this pack's nuts. Oh my god, somebody's just like, I don't want to say balls deep, but balls deep in deputies. Excuse my language. I want to play with this card. This card seems really strong, but I think we're just going to take another squad here. I have an interesting deck right now. I don't think it's very good, but I mean, it's got a bomb, some removals, some walls that tap things down, so not terrible. Okay, I'm not sold on Gleam of Battle just yet. It feels a little bit slow. I could be completely wrong now. There is a Celestia Clue Stone here, which is decent. We are going to be playing the red, I believe. So maybe we want this. But I think it's a little slow, but I think we could probably pick up the Clue Stone later on. I'm going to chance it. We'll see. I mean, we're kind of at least white-red committed, and I'd like to be playing these. We'd like to pick up some earlier drops, but apparently they don't exist in this format. Alright, here we go. As soon as that happens, as soon as I bitch about it, I get something I want. I'm definitely going to snatch up this Druid. He's really good. This is actually a good card too, and this is a pretty good flyer, but this guy's pretty amazing. I'm a big fan of the druid. We got to start kind of taking some fixing though, because playing this and this and this in the same deck without fixing is not going to be too great. We'll probably pick up some clue stones, but I'd like to pick up some gates, especially if we can wheel some of those gatekeepers we saw. Okay, we get a really nice pickup here in the Thrashing Moss Dog. Big fan of the Thrashing Moss Dog. I like it a lot. I think it's a really nice card. Blocks flyers, which sometimes is problematic in, you know, Simic and things of that. Alright, since this guy came back, I think I'll gladly pick him up. We're a little bit of a slower deck, and here's another one. But I think we want the gate, which makes future ones of these much stronger. I would like to take this, but taking an on-color gate this late seems very doable, especially since we're not super fast in with our deck right now. Okay, we could take a Boros or a Celestia. Keyrune, I think we're pretty much 3 colors at this point. I'm not Keyrune, excuse me, Cluestone. I think I'll take the Boros one. And we can Izzet or Riot Control. More burst is nice. I'll take a Riot Control for the board. If there are any real aggro decks that want to step up and man up. And we get a Gruul Cluestone, okay. That was good. It's a good pickup. It's better than the Boros one, I would say. As we're definitely going to be playing green, and, you know, seems like Gruul it up. We'd like some gatekeepers if we open some. I really want some Voice of Resurgences. I'd gladly pick up 1 to 2 of those. I'd be a happy camper, especially with Advent of the Worm. Alright, here comes pack 2. Pack 2, pick 1. Alright, we'll take it. I do like this, and I do like this, and I like a Sin Collector. But Rurik Thor is just a beat stick, and he tops out our curve really nicely. We will probably wheel something from this pack, I would assume. But we'll take him. Right now, you gotta really value rares. I mean, outside of this card, I don't even know if we're white. I think we might be Gruul, but we'll see. All the clue stones. Look at our clue stones. They're so good. Our clue stones are very good. Okay, it appears somebody else snatched up their rare too. I've been rare drafting myself today, so can't hate on that. I don't think we want Protect and Serve. I don't really think we want another one of these. We do have 2 Punish the Enemies, but I don't think we're going to have that many more things. I can't see wanting a 4th one of these, or excuse me, a 3rd one of these. With 2 ready, I think Krasis becomes pretty decent in our deck. Alright, I'm very high on this card. Excuse me. I think it's a really nice way to stymie aggro. I do think the 2-drop is pretty good, and there is another MOA here, but I'm going to actually take the 2/4, gain 7 life, hopefully make your opponent look sad. There you go. We do have a Populate, but we could probably pick those up super late. Sometimes when you're playing gatekeepers, I think keep calling them gate creepers, you have to pick up off-color gates, but I'm not going to do that this early. I'm going to take a 2-drop here. I still think having a curve is pretty important in this format, although it seems like whoever gets their fatty down first is also important. Okay, interesting pack for us. This card I don't believe is good. The fact is it's a 7/5 for 5, which is amazing, but in such a slow format, when they untap with 5 to 6 mana in hand, they can just do what they want to do. That being said, I don't really know if I want another Punish the Enemy. We have 10 creatures. I think this might wheel in this pack. I could be wrong, but I'm going to take a 3rd Punish the Enemy and just feel stupid. Alright, I'm going to take it. Definitely another Zertar Droid. Like, I don't know if you've played with this card. I have. I really, really value this card. However, I would like to take Armed and Dangerous, but I don't think I take it above this, especially with the way the curve is looking as Punish the Enemy. Seems like a thing in our deck. Alright, there's really nothing for us here. Um, Wear and Tear might be worth it because there's a lot of enchantments going around. We already have 4 or 5 drops. I don't think we want to play another one of these, although I do think they're pretty decent. But we'll take Wear and Tear and hide it. We're already at 20 playables, which is nice. However, I don't really want to be playing all or any of these if possible. Sure. Another Thrashing Lost Dog. I do like the Gate Creepers. Damn, I did again. Keepers, but I don't think I have as many gates as I need to really make them as excellent as possible. Therefore, maybe I should have taken the other Moa before. But the Moa isn't super exciting. It's okay. I mean, who doesn't want a gold-plated little bird running around? That's always fun. Birds gonna be birds. Larry Bird. Alright, I think we pick up a bird, speaking of birds. We can play the Prophet side, but I don't really like it. I like the Lost side a lot better. Could pick up an Orzhov Guildgate, but I don't think we're going to live the dream with the Guildgate madness. And the 3-1 First Striker isn't really bad. I think this deck needs an Unflinching Courage. That would be really nice. I'd take one to two of those. Alright, with this pack we can have our pick of this, which might not be terrible, but it's probably pretty bad. And another one of these. I think these guys are pretty decent, so I'm just going to take them. None of these cards I really love. Wake of Reflections might be playable with Advent of the Worm, but other than that, it's just really crappy. We're not going to have any 1-1 counters, so we're just going to snatch up a Weapon Surge. We might really actually play it. Dread and Filth. None of these are good. Alright, maybe we'll open another Advent of Worm. Alright, another Riot Control for the board. Might as well. We might as well play it. Alright, so far, pretty good. I think I want the Gruul Cluestone the most, actually, since of these things. And I don't think we're going to be playing this Gatekeeper. Maybe we get a Black Splash that we want, but probably not. And then get rid of this. Oh, sure. I'll take some Pilfered Plans. Alright, Voice of Resurgence. Come on, Ral Zarek. I don't think we want both of these. Maybe we do. We want some earlier drops. Voice would fit perfectly in this deck. Hint, hint. Hint, hint, mtgo. Hint, hint. Somebody wants a Voice of Resurgence. Oh, no. Mythics that suck. I do like this card a lot. There's a Boros Guildgate, which is nice. I think it's, since we're not going to be living this stream, I think it's the War Chant. War Chant's pretty beast mode. Comes down, makes all your guys like semi-unblockable, like mini madcap skills on all your guys. I think I'm going to start to try to value 2 drops now as we're kind of curved down. Oh, sweet! Oh, I turned into Toucan Sam. Follow your nose to an Unflinching Courage. Yes, please. I will take this all day, every day. Give me another one. Hook me up. Unflinching Courage is classic. Okay, this pack doesn't really have much for us. There's like a Rakdos Guildgate. We could take it, but I don't really want to. I'm going to snatch this up, and maybe we're going to just start trying to take gates since we have 2 of these now. Even if they're off color. Okay, I don't think we want another one of these. I will, however, take a 3rd one of these. These guys, I'm telling you, they're good. I mean, Moss Dog's probably better, but hopefully we'll wheel something from that pack. They shoot little fireballs, and you don't expect it, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to lose to fireballs. Alright, snatch up this Celestia Gate. 100%. With 2 gates, those guys become better. You really need, I'd say you need about 4 gates to make them reasonable. Maybe 4 or 5. Because, like, playing him as a pilfered ox seems just so bad. You're just, like, very sad when you're doing that. Alright, right now this is our deck at 23 cards. Kind of happy with 3 of these. We do have a nice top end and an Advent of the Worm. I thought this was going to be something different. We have 14 creatures. I wonder how good this guy is. I haven't played with it. With Unflinching Courage, it's probably bananas. I don't think we want another Punish the Enemy, although I am quite tempted. I think I'm going to try to go deep on Guild Gates here. This one's off color, but it might be worth it. It also might open us up to something else. I don't think it's correct to take this Guild Gate there, but I don't think it's going to hurt us as much as taking like another one of these or a 4th one of these. I mean, having 12 damage is pretty good, though. We shall see. Okay, we have an interesting pick here. I really do like First Blade a lot, but I don't think we're the deck for a First Blade. We also have a Maze Behemoth to kind of top out our top of our curve. I think this is going to be too hard to cast, as it doesn't look like we're very white. Like, we could almost play Gruul if we wanted and, like, splash for it. I think I'm just going to take the Alive and Well here. But First Blade's so good. You know what? I'm going to take the First Blade. He's so good. He's crazy. Plus the art is just ridiculous. It's like he's just all swords and killing things. How could you go wrong with a guy that just is all swords and killing things? Too bad this only makes green mana, because being able to play that would be good. Ooh. Interesting. We have another gate here. It does produce green. I kind of want to play this in this deck, but I don't think it's good enough. I think we take the gate here over the 3rd snare squad. Now we have realistic, with 4 gates, we have some realistic attempts at casting our 2 guys in our board currently, our 2 4s, and this one, and this one. Play some Gatekeepers, that's okay. I mean, I think it's better than the Bronzebeak Moa. It's probably better than this, too. Oh, we should do it. We should take the Goblin Test Pilot. For some reason, I thought this had, whatever the hell it's called. You know what I'm talking about, right? I thought this card, not Unleash, the one where you can play twice, Cypher. I thought this card had Cypher. I was like, it's really not that bad. And then I was like, man, that card sucks. Like, why would they put Cypher on it? Like, I was like, oh, Cypher? That's not that good on that card. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see how terrible it was. Sure, another Gleam of Battle is fine. Maybe we wanted the regenerate trick, but probably not. Man, I can't believe there's not more Wake of Reflections. Ah, speak of the devil. I don't think we're playing that. We'll take a 1/3 that hacks us. Alright, well, we have an interesting deck, to say the least. We have 4 Guild Gates. We have 2 of these, which I think are definitely playable. I don't know if this is playable, as stealing dudes probably isn't where I want to be at, but I might want to be at 2 4s more than 4 6s, although 4 6s just get through most things in the format. 4 6 is usually pretty decent. I don't think we're going to play the Gleam of Battle since we have the Gruul War Chant. Oh, we get a Maze Sentinel. Ho ho ho, that's what I always wanted. I always wanted a Maze Sentinel. I mean, I don't know. I thought my Grixis deck earlier was pretty bad, and I ended up doing okay with it. So, let's see how this turns out. Lots of 4s. We're going to try to build it Gruul first, because I think that's probably the most powerful way we can build it. Like, the white is good, however, I'm not in love with it. I think we do want this. Like if we could almost get there as like a Gruul deck, we might try to do that. I don't think we can though. Like this is definitely not staying in the board, and neither is Advent of the Worm. But maybe we just splash for those two cards. But then when I look, like we just don't have enough Gruul stuff. Like we could probably play Maze Runner. This is really just a creature. Like this is as close as we can get. And then we probably do want to play white for these things. I don't think they hurt us. Like, I think this is really just probably the deck. I don't think we play these. I don't think we play Wear and Tear. I think we maybe want one Clue Stone, probably the Gruul one. But now that I think about it, if we're trying to not go so deep on white, then maybe we want one of the white ones. Let me just bring down all this stuff so we can make sure. This is a spell, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. We have too many 5-drops. I think I'm cutting one of these. I think the 3/1 flyer is not better than this, but it's an evasion creature. I could be wrong tapping out. Maybe this comes out of the board. Maybe this, because this still gets to evolve this, although not much. This is 23. And then I kind of would like to play a Clue Stone in this deck, but I don't think, like if we hit this, we're good. Like I think we do play the Gruul one if we are going to play one. Like this is 24. Like maybe we don't want the Maze Runner. Like right now we have 16 creatures. I don't think we need the Maze Runner. I think he's good, but with gaining all this life that we're going to be trying to do, stealing a dude, I don't know if our deck's high impact enough. Like we may have to win with like weird crap. I feel like maybe Weapon Surge doesn't do enough. I mean, it's a good trick, but maybe it doesn't do enough. It's kind of like cut Weapon Surge, cut Gruul Clue Stone, or cut one of these. And when I look at it, I think Weapon Surge is the weakest. It's always good to have a good trick, but I think we're gonna try to like not get our guys blocked. I mean, and Maze Runner, obviously. Maze Runner's probably the cut when I think about it again. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm happy with this, and we just play all the gates, even though the gates do have the potential, splashing 2 black gates, to really kind of hurt our mana base a lot. But I think we're okay. I suggest 3/6/4. Kind of want one less white. I mean, we could also not try to force these gatekeepers and maybe bring them out of the board. Have a better mana base, play the flyer, play the Maze Runner, and not play these, and maybe play 18 lands. But I don't know if that's as high impact. I think these buy us time. Just kind of where we want to be at. We could also play this. But if we don't play these, maybe we play this. Like we could just cut this. Sorry, I'm a little nasally. Like we could play this, which I don't know if it's better. It may or may not be better. Too bad we can't really abuse this, but I don't think Triple Dragon's Maze is where you really, that card makes its bread and butter. I kind of like this a little bit better just because of the mana base. Like, these aren't going to always hit, and I think these may be more impactful cards. But then again, what do I know? I mean, we're just playing the second time we're doing this. I think these could come out of the board, honestly. Let's just add lands. We do want the Gruul and Celestia Guild Gates. I think we still want the Gruul Keystone. The good thing about this is like these allow us to just kind of keep pinging, and this keeps us alive. I feel like this is too slow, honestly. Like, not slow bad, just like not slow good. Let's play these instead. Let's play all the guild gates. All the ones that don't match. Then they suggest this. And we lost it. Wherever it went, it did not go there. All the lands. There we go. Alright, I think I'm okay with running this into battle. We might end up getting a little screwed because of the guild gates. But we'll see what happens. Alright, thanks for watching. Please check out the mtgnoob.com, and I'll be bringing you round 1 shortly. Hey guys, MTG Noob here, and I am about to draft Triple Dragon's Maze. Okay, so we look at this pack. I think we're taking the rare, as this card on the play is just pretty ridiculous. If you draft an aggro-y deck, far and away is really, really nice. This card's better than I thought. We got a Gatekeeper here. We have a Gate, Deputy of Acquittals, and Punish the Enemy. But let's take Lavinia of the 10th, as I think she'll be pretty good. Plus she's stern. I like nice, stern, cloaked Madame to beat the crap out of my opponents with. Okay, so somebody to our right took the rare as well, as to be expected. I think we're just going to take Windrake here, since we want to be in blue, white, and push it hard. I think it's better than the Boros Mastiff, as the format is slowed down some, and the evasion is really good. If we weren't trying to be all in on our first pick, we would probably take the Gruul Warchant, followed up by the Zertar Druid. But we're staying away from red and green as best as we can, unless we, of course, open something ridiculous. Okay, I think we're going to take the Deputy of Acquittals here, as I really want to rock these out. There is a Temple Garden, but they're not worth as much online, in case you don't play online. Runner's Bane has not impressed me much. Gatekeeper's fine. This card actually is pretty good. I think it blows people out way more than they expect, because I think initially it's not really seen as a great card, but I don't think I could pass up a Deputy of Acquittals here, even though I would like to not, be doing that. Those deputies. Alright, we're still trying to force. Green apparently seems very open. Obsidian's 8 I'm not too sure about. We don't really have any bombs. That being said, both of these are pretty good in our colors. Hidden Strings is probably pretty decent, but we don't have anything to really take advantage of it, so I'm just going to go with the 1/4 here. Although we might be like all in on flyers, we could also take a Celestia Guild Gate and hope to open something saucy, or go into a third color. But I'm going to keep trying to be in 2 colors if possible. Okay, we get another gate here. Not too sure about this card. I think it is what it is. I think I'm going to snatch up a Maze Glider. I particularly like this card. I think this is a high pick right now, though, since it is a common. I don't think I'm picking it in the right order, as it's a lot of Beetle Form mages, a lot of this. Tie Drinker is nuts. This is also nuts, but I particularly like this card, and I think giving Lavinia flying is really strong. Alright, here we have a choice. Do we want to branch off into blue, white, and red and pick up a First Blade? I think it is a valuable card, and we do see some other red, but I'm going to pick up the Hidden Strengths. I'm going to try to go 2 colors if that's possible. And we get a Deputy here, which I'm going to take over this. Mind Static in this format is pretty much a counter spell, unless you're just like super flooded late, and it makes no sense. Okay, here's the pack before us. I wish this Guildgate was on color. I don't really know if I want a second Hidden Strings. Azorius Cluestone might be fine, but I think we could pick those up later on. We're not really in on color, excuse me, for the blue gate. Like it's okay, and the white gate is okay. The gatekeeper. Um, I think we take this over the Cluestone. The Hidden Strings might be better. Okay, and since we did that, now we get a Runner's Bane or a Blue Gatekeeper. Since we have no 4-drops, I'm going to take the Blue Gatekeeper here. Nothing really for us. I think this is a possibility in our deck. We're not taking the Test Pilot. Is it Cluestone's also a possibility, but I think Gleam of Battle is more realistic than Is It Cluestone, as it's a card that actually just can get out of hand if you leave it alone and have enough dudes. Alright, not in love with any of these picks. We did take a red card, so it does make more sense to possibly take the Gruul Cluestone over the Simic Cluestone. But I think I want the green symmetry better, if that makes any sense. Alright, I don't know why this guy is not getting valued as high. I think that guy is good. I'm kind of glad that second Hidden Strings came back. Sure, probably not going to be playing either of these, though. Currently not going to be playing these Cluestones. We have an okay deck so far. It's a little bit underpowered, but being able to do this and bounce this is pretty nice. Let's open well. Plasm Capture is not what I'm really looking to do. Wow, this is really unfortunate. This pack is like a complete whiff for us. We could take this, but that's terrible. This card's pretty good, but not for us. Pretty good, but not for us. Pretty good, but not for us. With 2 Deputy of Acquittals, though, I might try to branch into Esper and start picking gates up a little bit higher. We could take a Boros Mastiff, but I don't think we're aggro enough for it. I'm going to take the Black Gatekeeper and just try to go from there and see if we could start picking things up that make sense, like gates. Restore the peace. I don't know how good this card is. Nothing really for us in this pack either. I'm going to take a gate. I'm going to start trying to value the gates. Ooh, Sin Collector and Turn and Burn. Crap. That's pretty good. I think we take the Sin Collector, honestly. I think I'm okay going into Esper, especially with Deputy of Acquittals and 2 of those. Turn and Burn's a good one, though. I definitely do like that as a removal spell. Alright, so we're all in on 3 colors at this point. And Renounce the Guilds actually seems like a decent fit for us. There's a lot of things that are problematic. I could be wrong, but I'm going to pick this up over Arachdos Guild Gate, as we're trying to hit on-color guild gates, but we're not really seeing them, unfortunately. Alright, here's another Rakdos Guild Gate. I don't know if we could start. We have 3 guild gates, and we don't really want to play any of them, except for maybe the Orzhov one. Protect and Serve is a good trick. I'm actually going to take the Rakdos Guild Gate, though. I'm going to try to max out on guild gates at this point and see if this strategy isn't just atrociously bad. I'm probably not playing Gleam of Battle. Alright, so we have 3 guild gates, 2 gatekeepers. We need some more guild gates, and we're about half done with our draft. Okay, Wear and Tear is fine, but not what we really want to be at. It seems like somebody jumped in on our colors, which is fine. I'm just going to keep picking up gates, and hopefully some gatekeepers come our way that are in our color. We currently have 4 gates, although a lot of them don't do anything and are going to be bad at what we're trying to do, but I haven't really seen anything else come our way. Okay, another similar print run, I would say. I guess we take a 0-5 wall, because we don't really want anything else from here. We could jump in on this Rubble Belt Maca. Maybe we want the Rubble Belt Maca. I don't see how we want the wall. We already have 3 red guild gates, so the Maca may fit the deck. we're kind of in this 5cc weirdness right now, and I'm not really like. All right, we get a Mastiff here. There's also a Carnage Gladiator. There's a Down and Dirty. The only color we're currently not playing is green, so I don't know if I want to branch into that. I think I'm going to pick up the Mastiff over the Carnage Gladiator, as I do like the Carnage Gladiator, but I don't think he does enough. Okay. Plasma Capture or Mastiff. We'll take another Mastiff. Let's doctor those traits. I think we'll take a Cyclops here. Maze Rusher might be a thing, though. But I think we'll take a Cyclops as it stands in our way. We're definitely not reading signals well. At least this pack we got completely cut. Therefore, we had to make some weird calls. The deck kind of fell apart in this pack. I'm going to try to keep it 3 colors if possible, instead of running red. I don't really want any of these cards, unfortunately. I guess I'll take one of these. One of these greenins. This is a pretty decent card for us. And right control for the board. It's fine. Clues down. Damn it, you try not to get the undiscovered clues, but they come anyway. Alright, come on. Hook us up. Hook us up. Don't whiff like last time. I'd like a nice mythic rare. A Ralzarek goes right in this deck, in case the Moto Gods are listening. Listen up, Moto Gods. Ooh, this goes right in this deck as well. Well, now we have a win condition. So Mirko Voss comes in. Don't know if we'll wheel anything. Would be happy with either one of these. Maybe another Maze Glider. Flying when Mirko Voss, blah blah blah, mill your face. That's what the card says. It says that. It's quite possible I'm not playing some of these guild gates to get value off of these. That could be wrong, but we'll see. Hidden Strings with Mirko Voss is going to be pretty nuts if we get it down. Also, Lavinia the 10th is going to be good. And then Mirko Voss, and just get in. Alright, we can take Trick here and Protect and Serve, or we could take Debt to the Debtless, which I don't really like. I think I'm going to pick up the Blue Gatekeeper again, and probably play all these unfortunate guild gates in our weird deck. Summoner might be good in this deck, especially with all this bounce. You know, this might be... You know what? I think I'm going to go with the Summoner. I think it has more value than the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper might even wheel. I could be wrong, though. Okay, this pack has some stuff for us. We're going to take this Maw to the Obsidat and see how this plays out. This is a card I kind of like. We'll probably wheel some decent stuff from there. Ooh, Renegade Krasis, huh? Renegade Krasis. I don't really want to play against this card, in all honesty. But I think we just pick up a Windrake. This guy's whatever. He's a Gatekeeper, I get it, but he's not the Gatekeeper we want to be playing. We want to try to keep it. Yeah, I'm going to pick this up. This is a tough pack. This pack must have been pretty sick. There's another Gatekeeper here, or there's a Gaze of the Granite. I do want to play with this card. You know what? I think I'm going to pass it and take the second Gatekeeper. I could be wrong, but if we're going off of a green splash for this, and this seems pretty good. But I think we take the second Gatekeeper, especially with the nastiness of double one of these. This guy's playable. Our 5-drops are really good. Ooh. Ooh. God. This pack. This is a pack. I don't want this. Species Gorger fits our theme like so good. Like Gatekeeper themes. I don't think we're the green Gatekeeper kind of deck. I think we're going to take Species Gorger. Just be like all 5s. We're all 5-drops. That's what we are. We accepted that we're all 5-drops. I think I could take Toil and Trouble. Just play the Toil part. I draw 2 cards. I have a weird little deck here. It's very weird. I don't think it's very good. I think starting at 5 is not where you want to be at in Magic cards. All right, we could take another one of these, but I don't really want to. This seems pretty decent. I think we're going to take a Demir Cluestone here and just play it. We could take the Golgari Cluestone. Let me show. I'll see what we have. Simic one. No, we'll take the Demir one. We could take the 1/3, but I don't think we want to do that. Our deck turned out very weird. I honestly don't know what to make of it. I think we have some pretty bomby 5 drops, but outside of that, I'm just making an ugly face at it. Alright, there are some annoying things that Crypt Incursion gets rid of, but I don't think it's really the card for us. I'm just going to snatch up this Beetle Form Mage. Jeez, why is this still here? I think we take this over the aggro for the aggro matchups. Detaining is pretty strong. Alright, I'll take a red Gate Creeper if you want to give it to me. I don't know if we're playing red, but we seem like we might want to be 5 colors. Let's need a Cluestone. I think we're going to be like 5 color Cluestones. This is a tough pick. I mean, these are on color. I think we'll take the on color Cluestone. We're all the Cluestone. Alright, the fact that we only have 4 guild gates is pretty disappointing. I'm going to put in the creatures that I find playable first. And then we'll see what we want to do. Linnea goes in. Go in, you go in. Probably going in. Alright, so here's our deck right now. This is 14 cards deep. Obviously, we're going to be playing some of these guild gates. By some, I mean all. And we're going to be playing these Cluestones. So that being said, this is 13 creatures. I think Tristani Summoner is worth the inclusion. I don't know how good Species Gorger is going to be. We are playing the green for Tristani Summoner then. In addition, it does get flying if we have this. I kind of almost want to play this, but I don't think we have good enough cards to make this good. We have no like buying back things. We're going to do this. I think we're going to play as much blue-white as possible. I don't think we want the red Gate Creeper. I don't think we want that. I don't think we want that. Do you think we want this though? And 1 Cluestone seems terrible. So we're going to have to make some cuts. I guess we're going to try to play on color Cluestones first. Okay, and then off color Cluestones. Does that seem right? That probably seems bad. Alright, so this is 25. Hey, email. This is 25 cards. We obviously don't want 25 cards. We also have these in the board. So we're probably cutting a Hidden Strings and I'd say a Boros Mastiff. And that makes 23 cards, but I don't know if I want all these Cluestones. Like 17 lands still might not be enough for this. Like I think I'm going to cut a Cluestone. I think I'll cut one of the Demir Cluestones and play 18 lands. Okay. I mean, this does not seem good at all. This seems bad. Let's add land. Don't you suggest that, red source? Oh, the classic 4/5/4. 1 green source. 2 green sources for this. Eesh. That does not seem good enough. And our red, so we have a bunch of red sources for this if we wanted to. I mean, we could run this, but the off-color clue stones are bad. Like, they're not usually too strong. I think maybe I run this. Get rid of this Simic clue stone. This is 18 lands. Alright, you know what? Let's just run a lot of mana sources. I think I'm okay with this. I do think this is a Species Gorger kind of deck, though, with Lavinia and 3 Gatekeepers and a Sin Collector. So let's maybe get this in here and see if we can. I don't know. I feel like we're going to get killed if we do things too early. I don't think Hidden Strings is really that good. Like, we have no way to really get around with Murko Voss, so that's why Hidden Strings is probably good. But we do have this. And, I mean, it gives it double flying. Who doesn't want double flying? I kind of do want one of these. We get rid of this Boros Mastiff. I don't think he's going to do much. Early game, we're probably going to get our ass kicked. Wish we had some life gain in the deck, like an Unflinching Courage. Alright, let's rock this out, see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Please check out the mtgnoob.com. Hey guys, MTG Noob here, recording a draft. This is a pretty saucy pack as we get a foil rare. But we're going to snap pick this Sire of Insanity because it's one of those cards I want. Don't know how good it is in draft. Hopefully we'll wheel something of this nature, but this pack is very good. So let's see if we can follow it up. I think I'll gladly follow it up with Far and Away. Even the away side's really good. We could go in a different direction and go Blast of Genius or take the Maka, but this is a really good card. So we're at least black, we know that. This is also a tough few choices here. I don't want to value this as highly, but I've been somewhat impressed with this guy. I think some stuff will wheel. I'm going to take the best card for us, which is the Punish the Enemy, I think. Could be wrong. Blue looks a little bit open. This is a good green card. I don't think we're going to be forcing gates. If we pick up some gates, we'll take them, but if we don't have them, we don't have them. Okay, man, these packs are really saucy today. This is probably the pick, but I think I'm going to pick up the Blood Scurvier. I mean, the thing is, when you don't have a lot of the new cards, it's always nice to pick them up. I don't think this is bad, especially if we have this. It combos with Sire, so I think that's always good. Warp Physique's nice, and maybe it shows that blue is open. This is the second Moss Dog, though, and we have been seeing some gates, so I got to keep that in mind. Okay, definitely like the loss side of Profit and Loss, but I don't think I want to play too many split cards in our deck. I think we're just going to take this over the Torturer. I think the Torturer might actually wheel in this pack. It's still pretty deep pack. I definitely want to be red and black. We don't know if we're the blue splash. We might be the blue splash, but we're going to try not to be if we can avoid it. I mean, this is a good card, but I don't know if it's worth splashing blue for it. Okay, so down is okay in a slower format. Dirty, we're probably not playing. I think I'm going to just take this, although there's been some white cards coming our way. Here's another decent blue card, but let's take another 4-drop. Wow, this guy is really good, in case you haven't played with him, especially with Punish the Enemy. But I think I'm going to just pick up an Izzet Guildgate here, potentially go deep with Guildgates. It also allows us to play the far side. Okay, Gleam of Battle is really nice. I don't know if we want any of these other picks. Weapon Surge is a good trick. We have 4 creatures. This guy's okay. We need to fill in our 3-drops. Maybe we'll pick up some Clue Stones. I'm tempted to just take the gate here, but we're getting low on the going deep with 4-drops. This should not be here. This card's really good. I think it's probably the Weapon Surge, although the Dimir Clue Stone gives us another reason to go that way, but I'm going to pick this up. And we get a Runner's Bane. This is our pack, I believe. A Riot Piker, who I've not been super impressed with. A Give and Take. I kind of want the Flyer. Maybe wear white, black, red. Runner's Bane's probably better not in triple Gatecrash. I think I'm going to just take the red card here. We only have one gatekeeper, so it's not like we want to go crazy over these. I didn't see any black or red ones. I don't think we're a very fast deck, but this plus this is not the worst. A 5/4 first striker isn't bad at all. Alright, here's an Is It Clue Stone for us. We do want to get to our late game of this. There's also a card draw spell and a mill spell all wrapped in one. Kind of don't want to pass this though, because this card just wins games on its own. But I think we just still take the Clue Stone. And we've got an Azorius Gate, but I'll take a Morgue Burst. I'm not super in love with this card. I thought it would be better, but it hasn't been as good as I thought it would be. But let's take it to round out our sixes. I mean, Sire is good. Getting it back is really nice. But these are sort of a non-bow unless you have infinity mana, which is a thing. Showstopper I'm going to pass on. I think I'm going to take the Flux Charger here. We don't have a lot of instants, but so far we have 3, and it's a really good blocker. And it's quite possible we're in 3 colors at this point with a very good blue card in Far and potential Flux Charger. It seems like I've been drafting Grixis a lot in this set. Doesn't seem like black's too open. I mean, we did get these two, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm kind of glad the Torturer wheeled. I'd rather be in a control deck than anything else, and I particularly like this guy. He gives you inevitability. He's better in Triple Dragon's Maze, but as a one-of here, he's not bad. Discover clues, Wake of Reflections, sure. Alright, let's open well. Being in black-red, I feel, isn't very good in the next 2 packs. But when you open a Duskmantle Seer, it apparently is. So, would like to snatch this up. These cards look a lot more familiar, believe it or not. Would love to snatch this up, but I'm not going to pass on a bomb. That shouldn't hurt us too bad. So, we're blue. Knock knock, who's there? We're blue now. Duskmantle Seer is really nice, especially with Morgue Burst. If it dies, we get it back. We just hope it doesn't reveal any of these late game shenanigans. Oh man. We get a nice Dinrova Horror. Would love a Grisly Spectacle or some of the good red cards. We don't see him here. The rare is missing, so maybe a Spectacle got taken. Death's Approach is nice, but might wheel. I think I do take a Dinrova Horror and just hope we never flip anything with these 6s. All the 6s. Okay, we got some interesting cards here. Most notably the Ember Beast. We kind of have to decide if we're going to be fast or slow, and it seems like we want to get to our late game, but Ember Beast does not block well. I would consider picking up this green signal, but I think it's a little too late. I think we've made our bed. We're going to take the Firefish Striker. And here we're going to get rewarded with not this. I think Prism is a better fit than a Dimir Guildgate, as it draws us a card deeper. Although we would like a Dimir Guildgate to kind of trigger the steal effect in this. But I'll gladly pick up a Prism here. Prism is pretty good. I apologize, I'm a little bit back under the weather. Apparently I think I've developed allergies in my late life. Sure, I like 2-drops that are good as the game goes on. Syndic is just not getting respect anymore from what I've seen. Alright, so our deck is starting to come together a little bit. It's very good in the late game, and we get a pretty decent mid game, so I'm okay with it. We need some 3s. I'd like to get some nice little gifts in the form of removal spells, but I don't see any. Maybe we'll open a Lightning Bolt. Okay, this is an interesting pick here. We have some really good cards in Scorchwalker, Ripscale Predator, and Dinrova Horror, and Totally Lost, and Hellraiser Goblin. I think I'm going to go the second Horror here. I might not just play this Morgue Burst over these two. I think this is probably the pick, being that the Duskmantle Seer can probably beat the crap out of our face with all these 6-drops. But I do love me a Dinrova Horror. There's just some things in life I just love, and one of them's a Dinrova Horror. If that makes sense. This doesn't seem like it's going to be good in our deck, but it does fit our curve nicely. This guy's probably better now for some reason, but still probably unplayable. This is fine, but I'm okay at the 4-drops. I'm actually just going to pick up the Massive Raid. It's that or hack this, and I'm not going to hack that. Okay, there's nothing really for us. However, this card's gotten a lot better with all the clue stones going around town. So, interesting deck. Lots of Sace drops. All of the Sace drops. We need a little bit more removal, then I'll be happy-pappy. Okay, once again, not too in love with any of these cards. Naturalize is actually a very viable sideboard option. I think we're going to take the Sprite here, though. Probably not going to play the Sprite with such little fixing. Psychic Strike might get played, although Leyline Phantom could potentially be decent in our deck. I don't really want to be super blue. I think we pick up the Leyline now. It's another 5-drop. Jeez. I think we'll take the Counterspell. Our deck's weird. What can I say? It's weird. It's a shame I don't think we wield this. Shadow Slice. Shadow Slice. Another Naturalize. Ugh, we might just want the Naturalize, honestly. Spell Rupture's a thing. Spell Rupture might be pretty decent in this deck. I think I'm going to take the Shadow Slice and we'll see how it goes from there. Yes, definitely snatch this up. Got it. Sometimes you just need a way to deal with things. I think we take the Riot Gear here, since throwing it on this is not bad. This Riot Piker. Alright, well, we have a deck so far. Let's hopefully open something really nice in RTR. I don't even know what's worth anything in RTR. Just open a Mythic Bomb. Just be like, oh, oops, all the Mythics. Haha, LOL. We have all the Mythics, guys. We need more removal. We got kind of pooped on removal-wise in Pack 2. Picking up a Massive Raid. That's kind of non-whoop-de-dip-de-doo. Well, there's some... Oh, my God. OMG, is this a pack? Don't want this. Want this and want this. I don't know which is better. I'm assuming it's Augur Spray. Augur Spray probably is still better. Unfortunately, we're not going to wheel anything. If we got this Dead Reveler back, we should be good. Being in Rakdos this late is pretty good. I'm going to take the Augur Spray, but let me know if that's just incorrect. I kind of quite don't remember, to be honest. I think we hide this Riot Piker. Hide this Riot Gear. Can't have a Riot Gear without a Riot Piker. I don't think we're playing this Massive. Oh jeez, all the white cards. I think I'm just gonna maybe be a Hackosaurus Rex here. Yuck, I don't want to pass this card. We do have Illness in the ranks, but that's nothing. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3. We have enough ways to deal with this where I think I could pass it. The question now is the Roustabout or the easier to cast Frostburn Weird. God, I'm so bad that we're clearly not in the right colors. Oh. Ooh. This is a tough one. I think Stab Wound's the pick. Jeez, I was like looking over here and I was like, this is good. And I was like, this is good. This is good. Maybe we'll wheel something from there, but I'm going to take Stab Wound. I like Stab Wound. Alright, well, the floodgates are kind of opening up. I'll be taking this Daddy Long Legs at the 5-drop over the Crasher and the Shadow. Shadow may be better now, but I'm not too sure. Oh, Sphinx of Chimes. Jeez, my deck could potentially be very bomby. I'll take a Sphinx of Chimes. Somebody's going to get that, but that's not us. A Trail. I don't remember what this does. It's too much text. I have a feeling we're going to get run the F over. Maybe I need this. Maybe I just need a 2-drop. The Rage Mutt wasn't bad from what I recall. I think I'm going to take the Rage Mutt. Okay, we could cut this. Probably not gonna. We're probably gonna try to minimize our blue as much as we can. Oh, Sphinx of Chimes. You make double Dinrovahara in hand pretty good. I don't know. Seems like a weird deck. I don't even know if we play this massive raid, honestly. This guy's trash. So many 6-drops. Alright, I heard we're supposed to build with a curve. Is this true? Is that what we're doing? Building with a curve nowadays? Jeez. All the 6-drops. You're gonna get run over. You're gonna get crazy run over. Hopefully one or two of those Annihilating Fires comes back. Okay, we have a Chain Walker here, and a Shambler. Usually I would think Chain Walker is better, but I don't know if we're aggressive. I don't think we're aggressive. That being said, we might want the Sewer Shambler because it trades with this, but it also beats the crap out of us. And I feel that this guy's going to be pretty strong against a lot of decks. I feel like he's going to be stronger than that. And we could block this with the Frostburn Weird. I'm going to take this, but although I do think it's good. What is going on? Why doesn't anybody want this? Why are the people on the drugs today? We're going to take a Splatter Thug. Pursuit is really nice. This is really nice. This is amazing, but this fits our deck really well. Oh, nothing came back. Wah wah, we're in trouble. This guy's too slow still. That guy might be good. We'll hack an eyes in this guy's. Oh, nothing came back. Blue flyer that we can't pump. Wah wah. Ooh, Annihilating Fire came back. That is very sausagey. I think we're okay on the 6-drops. I think I'm going to take the Mizium skin for the board. Alright, well, we have a pretty good deck, in my opinion, if we don't get punished for having 1,000 6-drops. We really picked up some nice removal pack 3. Okay, I think I'll pick up a Paralyzing Grasp. I mean, it's not the greatest form of removal, but it's decent. What does this do again? 2 cards at random. Still a little bit slow. Alright, let's make a deck. Alright, so first and foremost, I think we want to bring in our fixing here, as we'll be playing both of these. Then I'm just going to cherry pick the cards I really want to play, because I don't want to be playing things that are not optimal in this deck, so to speak. Like, some of the things I'm moving off to the side you might see and be like, why aren't you playing those? Because I don't know if they're that good in the deck yet. You know, this is the first time I've drafted the set, so if I've got a huge glaring oversight, please forgive me. And be patient with the noob as he does things terribly, but you're used to that by now, I would say. I would say you're like, oh, noob, don't forget to put that. Oh, why did he forget? Oh, he's terrible again. But he was getting better. What happened? Okay, so this is where we're at. I definitely think the Torturer comes in, and any other 3-drop that we want. I think the Rage Mutt comes in as well. That's 22. Kind of like the Morgue Burst. Don't like this. This does fit the curve nicely, but let's see. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ways to flip him. Probably not. Weapon Surge does seem decent. Riot Piker is too weird for my taste. That's pretty decent. I'm gonna go no on this the Shadow Slice. Psychic Strike's probably a sideboard card. Mizium Skin seems good with like all these bombs and Paralyzing Grasp. The one thing to note is I'd like to be playing 18 lands in this deck, as I feel like the decks I've been punished with, this curve sucks, have been playing 17 lands, and I feel like since the format's slowed down a lot, we want to be able to, you know, really take advantage of our mana bases being somewhat better. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we play the Morgue Burst. Maybe if they have a lot of removal, we could side it in. Um, Paralyzing Grasp could be good, but I remember this not being that great. Massive Raid with 15 creatures isn't the worst. We don't really have any to the dome outside of this and this. And I guess Stab Wound. But I don't feel very strongly about this. I guess we could put in the Weapon Surge. So we'll have this creature, this one, this one. All of these are pretty strong. Sewer Shambler is a wild card, and Hired Torturer may be not the greatest, but like I said, it's nice having inevitability. I'm a little bit worried about this Duskmantle Seeker, especially since, playing it, we can flip into like a lot of damage, but we're hoping it does thing. We could always Augur Spree it if we need to as well. Alright, so let's play this. Let's add our Guild Gate. You might say, but like, you have this and this, it's still, I think this is clearly an 18 land deck. Doing the classic 5/5/5 split. Oh, how they love that. I don't think we want all these islands. I think we're overvaluing islands, probably because of the Frostburn weird here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands. So I think we cut an island, add a swamp, add a mountain. And I think that's good to go. Because, we have the gate, we have the clue stone, and the prism, and then 4 islands, 5, 6, 7 blue sources for some really good late game stuff. Alright, let's submit this. Thanks for watching. Please check out the mtgnoob.com and let me know what you think.